And what's going on, everyone? In this video, we're going to talk about 3 suburbs that I've lived in over the past year. We're going to talk pricing, locations, budget, amenities, public transport, and how I also found these accommodations. All that to come. Let's get into it. Cue the intro. And what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. We are just literally heading through Mullaloo. I've just left work, so I had a team meeting this morning and I'm on day off today. So we're gonna film another video. I'm heading on over to Burns Beach, which is where I used to live. Today's video is based around the 3 suburbs that I've lived in over the last year or so. So that is Burns Beach, that is Banksia Grove, and that is also Balga, which is where I live at the moment. One of the hardest things about moving to West Coast that I've found is basically trying to find decent accommodation. Obviously, I've done a few videos on this in the past, but after listening to quite a few different conversations and messages from people about them having the same problem and wanting to know this sort of information, I decided to make a video on it. So let's dive into it. So we're just down here, just near the Burns Beach foreshore lookout. Absolutely stunning down here. Great for like your coastal walks and your beach visits. So one of the reasons to how I came to live here was through one of my friends that I know from back in UK and Europe I used to work with. I ended up living with them for it was over like half a year. So it was a great little introduction into coming to the West Coast to live in Perth. And yeah, in terms of location, we're at Burns Beach. It's located in the northern suburbs. We're about 30 minutes drive from Perth City, so not too far. It is absolutely stunning in terms of all year round. You do get like a few bits of clouds and stuff like through the winter. It is literally winter at the moment, but I've actually got picked an amazing day for it as the sun's out and it's it's getting pretty warm now. In terms of amenities, you've got Sisters Cafe, which is open for breakfast and lunch. They've got a nice little bar outside as well. You've also got the Aluka Shops, which is the suburb next door. So there you've also got IGA, you've got hairdressers / barbers, also a pub, and as well as a few other restaurants opening up soon, and then dentist, pharmacy, and a few other places as well. Whilst living in Burns Beach for this amount of time, I noticed that it was a lot of families, a lot of couples. There wasn't that much online in terms of share houses and at good prices. Obviously, when I moved to the West Coast as well, I was on a bit of a backpacker budget, so had to factor that in as well. In terms of pricing, I started off paying about $150 because it was mates rates pretty much. Then I moved up to $180, $200, and then $250 for the duration, most duration of being there. Whilst I was here, I did make use of my coastal jogs and fitness. That's when I obviously got back into the transformation, which was a beautiful location to start it. When I did move here as well, it was I remember it from moving from Darwin to here, it was in May time before I went back to the UK. So it was still coming into their winter and stuff, but still it was nice to see and to live here for both times of the year, you know, doing their winter, doing their summer and everything in between. Before I moved here, I sold my car up in Darwin, up in the NT. So I flew from Darwin to Perth. I didn't have a car for quite a long time since I was here, for the whole 6 months. So I managed to get public transport for the majority of time. You can get buses and stuff from Burns Beach through to the city of Joondalup. And then Joondalup has a train station which goes from Butler, the highest northern suburb, all the way through to the city and to the airport. And it's super cheap to jump on it. It's pretty fast and yeah, super easy and accessible. The closest train station to Burns Beach is Currumbine, which is literally a suburb next to Aluka, and the Aluka's next to Burns Beach. So pretty close. Not close walkable, but about 3-4 minutes drive from Burns anyway. A few of the downsides from living here, I would say, would be the cost of living. So for example, like how much it costs for the rent per week. But obviously for the kind of place that it is, the benefit that you get from like the location, the atmosphere, the people, the community, it's certainly, in my opinion, certainly worth that. And yeah, like for living here for like over half a year, it's a beautiful place to have a base and enjoy the amenities and the atmosphere and all that as well. Another downside would be that it's pretty far from the city in terms of like if you are going to be commuting into the city every single day, whether it's for work or for leisure or whatever. That's why it's easier why I live in Balga at the moment, because where I go to college is literally in the city, and it's like a quicker drive and a quicker commute to get there than to live further up here in the northern suburbs. If that's a kind of a thing for you and you are in the city, then obviously that's a good thing to take into consideration. But otherwise, if you don't need to get into the city and you want to enjoy more of the countryside, more of the coast, and more of a quiet life, and more of like being around community that's couples, partners, and those sorts of things, then yeah, it's all good. In terms of pricing, I've noticed that it's a lot more costly to live closer towards the coast, obviously because it's more desirable for a lot of people. When I moved to Banksia Grove, which we'll talk about later on in the video, it was a lot cheaper, and same for Balga, because obviously it's more inland. But because I've got a car now, and it literally takes me like 10 minutes to drive from where I used to live to the coast, I can still get those beach visits in. I can still like be mobile and versatile with actually coming here and enjoying the beach walks, so that's really good too. If you're new and just joining, by the way, what's happening? My name is Benjamin Harden. I put videos and all my personal experiences. These are generally in travel, self-development and health and fitness. So if that's your kind of vibe, consider hitting that subscribe button. We've just arrived down in Banksia Grove. We're gonna go find a nice little quiet spot and jump into the rest of this video. So Banksia Grove, I originally found my share house over here in Banksia through one of my friends that I used to work with. He was a security guard at Hillary's Beach Club, and that's how I got the mates rates with staying here. The price that I paid was $150 to start off with, and then yeah, I basically stayed there for like a few weeks to a couple months. He ended up selling his house and moving to another place in Banksia. So then I moved out and then went over to Balga, which was pretty cool. If you haven't got a car and you are going to be using public transport, there are buses that go from Banksia through to like Joondalup and to other places. So definitely check the Transperth website for the details for that. I didn't use the buses just because I had a car when I moved here, which was ideal. And the closest train station to here, again, is that Joondalup line that takes you through to Perth City, which is about, I had a look on Google Maps, about 10 to 15 minutes. Another good benefit with Banksia Grove is the access to the amenities. So when you come into this sort of suburb, you've got like a Servo, 7-Eleven, you've got an Ampol, another Servo which is close by, Revo Fitness and Snap Fitness, which is the good gyms to go to. You've also got KFC, so fast food restaurants, a couple pubs, shopping centre, coffee shops. The shopping centres here are Woolworths and Coles, so the two really big ones, two big chains. So everything is super accessible, super close by to the suburb of Banksia Grove, and yeah, easy to get around and to get your errands done. Most of the people that I've seen around here has been families again and couples. I have seen a few share houses on Facebook Marketplace when I was looking. There is a school nearby as well, so that is another amenity that attracts people to come over here. So we've just arrived at Stirling Central Shopping Centre. This is literally about 2-3 minute drive from my house over there in Balga. Here you've got quite a few amenities. You've got like a chemist warehouse, you've got Woolworths, you've got post office, pharmacy, medical centre, and also like an industrial estate literally across. So you'll see over there, all those ones. And you got Mackie D's, all the industrial estate over there. And then there's Hungry Jack's there as well. Few things on offer. It's another one of the reasons why I enjoy literally living so close to all this stuff. In terms of getting to the city, to Perth, it's about 20 minutes drive. And of course, because I go to college in the city as well, it makes it an easier commute to just literally go straight like south from here to Perth with like less traffic. So my current accommodation I found through word of mouth. I put out some feelers at my local workplace, and I found that one of my other managers at work had a spare room in their house. She lives with her brother, which he works in FIFO, so in the mining industry. So he's away and do like 2-1 swings, I think. And yeah, with me and her, with our routines being somewhat similar when we're managing at the beach club, it means that our routines are in somewhat of a sync, and the schedule for resting, for eating, for sleeping, and all that sort of stuff, it kind of works in tandem with each other, which is really, really good. Another one of the benefits that I enjoy with living in Balga is just being close to everything. For example, it's a 20 minutes drive into the city, straight commute from Balga south to Perth. Living about 3-4 minutes from Balcatta, which is literally like a motorway away. I go to gym, obviously at Revo Fitness, which is in Balcatta, and there's a lot of different shops over there as well, like BP garages, servos, as well as like a Bunnings and all the other stuff that you basically need, which is good. We are also really close to like Warwick, which is like 6 minutes away. They also have a gym there, another Revo Fitness, which I've been to, coffee shops, which is my favourite one, which is Jamaica Blue, which is really good, great breakfast and great coffee. They also have a Woolworths there, Kmart as well, so like for doing all of like your shopping and stuff and getting your errands done. They also have pharmacy there, which is where I buy my protein shake. So yeah, like everything in terms of living in Balga, in terms of amenities, it's really close by and really easy to live. And obviously doing it through word of mouth and doing it through mates rates with my my housemates means that I was able to get it at a better price. The price I pay to live in this current accommodation is $200 a week. That's all bills included as well. Originally moving to Balga, I thought that there would be a big downside of not living by the coast, because obviously like living there for so long, you get used to like going on the coastal jogs and the walks and enjoying the atmosphere there. But I've done a few trips to the coast whilst living in Balga. I literally drive from mine straight west to the coast. It takes me like 10 to 15 minutes depending on traffic, and I end up at North Beach / Metham's Pool, which is where I filmed some of my other videos. And yeah, it's an easy drive. I love doing that trip. I love doing the drive, and like especially for sunset as well, when the sun's coming down, it's a great little route to do. And there's normally not that much traffic to get there and enjoy the surroundings and the community areas and the people. Downsides of my current location, it's a bit of a smaller garden. There's no grass, which I did enjoy that from previous places. Also, we of course don't have a pool or anything like that, but at the end of the day I don't really need one. In the summer obviously it's quite nice because it gets up to like 30, 35, sometimes 40 degrees here in peak summer, but like with using the gym, and also I went to Craigie Leisure Centre the other day, which is like 10 minutes down the road, and they've got a massive pool there, they've got like saunas outside, and steam rooms and all that sort of stuff. So if I want to like do some of that hot and cold therapy, then I've got that there as well. Or alternatively, I'll just find another leisure centre to go to, which is close by. So all good on that front. And so that brings us on to the end of another video. I just want to say a massive thank you for sticking on through to the end, guys. If you got some value out of this video, go give it a nice big thumbs up, subscribe for more content coming soon to this channel. I'm going to be releasing another video next week, so super excited about that. Feel free to join our online community as well, BHX Tribe. That is a community full of people that share the same passions such that we share on this channel, of travel, self-development, health and fitness. And yeah, we'll see you all guys back in the next vid. Take care, guys. See you later.